Couch Co-op! Hello, Couch Co-opers, Couch Potatoes, and Couch Codependents. This is the Couch Co-op Show. I'm Ian, and on the couch tonight I have Jared, Dave, and Nick.
Woo!
Maybe Aaron will show up, but who knows? Classic Aaron. Hey, it's the new year, gentlemen. Well, Happy New Year to everybody.
Happy New Year.
First episode of the new year. Hope you guys had a good holiday break.
Oh, yeah.
You did.
Relaxing.
How about you, Ian?
Mine is very relaxing, very quiet,
Good. Yeah.
very isolated. Yeah. So, cool. Well, the best way to start the new year is to talk about last year. So
Just dive right into it.
This is our infamous best top 5 game of the year episode, or favorite games played. And if not everyone plays all the new games, and
Jared.
yeah. And even then,
Yeah.
even then we're starting to slow down with that. You try and cobble together 5 new games I played this year is starting to get more and more difficult.
Yeah.
But anyway, I decided that we weren't going to do any of the normal stuff that we usually do because we're doing a top 5, so this episode might be a little longer as we talk about these games. But was it difficult for you guys to put lists together this year?
Oddly enough, yeah. Because I didn't have a lot of newer stuff. So, I put some stuff on that I played this year and loved.
Yeah.
And I put stuff on that didn't come out this year.
Really? Is that a first?
Yeah.
Is that kind of a
Yeah, I
first?
think so.
Yeah.
I do.
How about you, Dave?
Mine was actually straight. Like my top 3 was all 2024,
Oh, okay.
and then like a couple of other little games that I played. And then I was hampered. I was like, did I play that this year? Because by the time I came around to do it, the beat list on the Discord for 2024 had gone. It's like, did I beat that last year? I don't remember. So it was kinda-
Jared and Scott started posting games they beat this year, and so I was like, oh shit, I better
Sorry, Dave.
better start better like redo that. Didn't know that they were gonna be on it so quickly, like goddamn. So I was like,
Yeah.
fuck. I was waiting in line at the fucking oil change place, and I was like deleting and copying, and it's not important. But how about you, Nick? Did you just like look at last year's list, or is there some new stuff on
No. Well, there's some news. It actually helped that I looked to see what I played on PlayStation, or my little PlayStation wrap-up thing.
it? Right.
I was actually kind of surprised. I had a. Oh, there we go.
Oh, you made
But
it.
I was kind of surprised about one game that showed up on there because I could have swore that I played it last year, or the year prior. But I guess this was a long year.
It did feel like a long year.
Yeah, some of the stuff I'm like, did I play that this year? Weird.
Yeah.
Hey, Aaron, how's it going?
Hello.
Good.
Good
Hello,
evening.
everybody.
Welcome.
Did you get a
Good
haircut?
sir.
I did.
Look at that.
Looking good.
Looking,
Nice
looking
and
quite
rather,
tight
tight.
haircut.
rather dapper.
Yeah.
I
We're,
needed it.
we're just talking
New
about
hair, new year.
Yeah, there you go. We're just talking about if I don't know how hard was it for you to put your top 5 list together this year of games you played?
It wasn't too
bad.
It wasn't too bad. It's easy to do when you played only double the top 5.
Yeah.
Right.
Yeah.
Cool. All right. Well, without further delay, we'll get to it, and we'll start like we always do with Jared. What's your number 5?
Oh, my number 5 I beat recently. It just came out last month. Monument Valley 3.
Oh, nice.
Yeah.
been meaning
So
to play
Dave,
that.
you need to play that. Yeah, it came out. You can, if you're a Netflix subscriber, you just get it free through the
Yeah,
Netflix
my kids been
subscription.
playing it and really enjoying it.
Yeah.
Yeah, and it was great. They did a lot of the same, but they switched it up a little bit just to make it a proper sequel. But it's connected to the other ones. hence the 3. But yeah, it's if you don't know what it is, it's kind of like a puzzle. Just try to figure out how to get through an environment that's
Yeah, it's
you
kind of
know,
like
this one kind of warps and twists.
perspective puzzle, isn't it?
Yeah,
Like
perspective
those
puzzles.
drawings that where
Mhm.
the stairs go up and down.
Yeah, it's fantastic because it's really well done. This time, it doesn't just have like moving things going into the background to climb into something in the foreground. It's like there's objects that twist and bend and grow, and stuff like that. So it's really interesting and fun. I love that series, and yeah,
Cool.
Monument Valley 3.
Awesome. How about
Nice.
what you got, Dave? What's your number 5?
Oh, my number 5 is Destroy All Humans 2
Yeah.
Reprobed.
Oh, that's a good
I
one.
just I enjoyed it so much. It's just partly because it's like a time capsule. It's the kind of game. It's quite linear and the writing's a little risque. It's definitely a naughties game, if you know what I mean. And I just had a lot of fun playing it. Graphically, it was pretty good, and it's just the story wasn't bad. It wasn't great, but the game and the gameplay mechanics were fun, and you know the flying saucer, and you get the anal probe gun. That's a lot of fun. There's like a disco kind of thing where you can hypnotize people, and you know just the
Those guys go
power
hand
ups
in
and all
hand.
the rest of it is really. It's just a really fun game.
All because
You
of
know.
that stupid segment I made you do.
Oh, I know.
Hey,
Well,
It
that's all right.
happens.
Cool.
That's funny. Yeah, good. I still need to play those. I have both of them. I think I got them for next to nothing or free once upon a time. And I need to do it. I need to play.
Cool. All right, Nick, what's your number 5?
I'm gonna go with Rocket League just because I got the platinum this year.
Nice.
Nice.
Yeah.
There you
Um,
go. There you
But
go.
it also I also realized you can like kind of adjust camera settings for it and stuff. So I was also playing around with that, and I was kind of participating in some seasons. But when I made the adjustment with the camera, I was starting to struggle, and I just haven't fully adjusted. And then people were mean to me on the internet. And
Oh.
so
Welcome to the internet.
Oh.
yeah, I know. I mean, it didn't bother me that much, but it's just like I don't want to go back and have a bunch of people call me trash. I mean, I already know it. I just don't need to be reminded of it.
Yeah.
I was
People
gonna say,
suck.
That and
It takes some effort to be mean on that game, considering you have to like type stuff in.
Oh
Mhm.
yeah.
mhm. But
Well
anywho,
done.
but
Yeah.
When if
But
my
I was just-
teammates call me trash, I usually just start by scoring on them.
There you go.
You know, get some own goals, or just blow them up, and generally knock them out the way.
So doing Apex
Uh,
Legends,
well,
someone called me average player.
the
I
only
kicked their
problem
shit.
is-
So
they were doing it like right at the end, so it's like I didn't really have a chance to.
Yeah.
Well, I guess I could just wait for the next match, but whatever.
That's probably my favorite negative saying anyone's ever said to me in Rocket League is uninstall game, uninstall life. It's like my favorite. I love that. It's like that's great.
Yeah, that was one of the things somebody told me to do was uninstall the game.
But I like the uninstall life too. I think that's the added
Yeah.
yeah, you're just failing on all accounts. Anyway,
Mhm.
Yeah,
Rocket
man.
League, a classic.
Yeah.
Mhm.
there we
Oh,
go. Yeah.
All right, Aaron, what's your number 5?
All right. So my number 5, I kind of started playing because of my daughter. Actually, I didn't think I was going to enjoy it that much because it was kind of like I kind of grew out of the wheelhouse of this, but it was Tunic for the little fox game. That game was so much fun. I started playing because she wanted to play it. I'm like, okay, kid game, blah blah blah. And then I started playing. I'm like, you know what? I like this game. I like it a lot. It's
Pretty
fun.
challenging too.
It is. I kind of wish they'd make it like. Okay, I understand not wanting to make it like too easy, but they can make some of the tips not have to look up online or on your
It's
phone.
like- Yeah. Oh, I get that. I had to do that plenty, but I think they went for the feeling of like the original Legend of Zelda, where you just like
Mhm.
plop, you're in the world, figure it out, have fun.
Yeah.
Right, right. No, I mean, I do kind of like I do respect the fact though they actually give you the option of finding it because they're not total assholes. So,
Yeah.
but yeah, no, the game's good though. I enjoy it very much. I really kind of like the game now. I'm like, okay, okay, I see what you're doing. I see that. I see you. All right, we'll play this more.
Cool. All right.
Yeah,
You beat that, didn't you, Jared?
I
Way
did.
back? Yeah. Cool.
Yeah,
Nice.
back when it first came out. Yeah.
My number 5, I'm gonna go with Ubisoft's one of Ubisoft's big failures this year. Star Wars Outlaws.
Yeah.
I really like the game.
Represent.
I thought it was really cool.
there you go.
I like. I haven't gone back. They like repatched it and took out all the stealth and all this stuff. You know that people said they had
Oh.
issues with. I didn't have issues with any of that stuff. I don't know what they
I
were
feel like some
complaining.
people just like to complain.
I guess I didn't find the stealth stuff that bad. Anyway, but I really like the game. I think it's the most like crafted Star Wars like world. Like it definitely feels like you're in Star Wars, and
Hmm.
then there's like no Jedi shit or any of that stuff. It's just like the world of Star Wars. You know, the Empire, and you're just struggling to survive. And I don't know. I had a lot of fun with it. Definitely has some issues here and there. I don't, the gunplay does get kind of boring after a while because it's not really as robust. I mean, it's by the company Massive that did The Division 1 and 2, but the gunfighting isn't as robust as that game. And maybe it's because
It wasn't the focus.
it wasn't yeah, exactly. But still, I guess they did change some of that too. So like some of the weapons in the world now you can pick up and keep longer and stuff. They did really alter it. I should have gone back and kind of checked it out. But I beat it. I think I put about 40 hours into it. Yeah,
Nice.
I enjoyed it, and that's my number 5. All my games are from last year, so I do have a complete 2004 list. So.
Nice.
Anyway,
Nice.
bombastic.
That's a new
Attempted
one.
murder.
It's good.
Imperial
Vanilla
Stout,
cinnamon
your
imperial
favorite.
stout.
Oh,
Champagne.
Jared's
in a
going
can. What's your number 4, Jared?
My number 4. I'm just gonna count as one game because if you buy it, it comes in one box. It's the Final Fantasy Pixel Remaster.
Oh, okay.
Nice.
I finished all of those games, all 6 of them last year,
Dang.
and I loved it. The first Final Fantasy, I even got the platinum, and I was having so much fun with that. And then I just like I'm gonna keep going, and I finished that and made it to my still favorite Final Fantasy VI. It's still holds up. Great game. It was nice to see kind of like the history of the series, like oh that's where this character showed up first, kind of stuff. And I think that was my favorite part about going through every single one of the games. Like the battle systems, those have changed every Final Fantasy since they first started, and it's kind of neat to see where some of the aspects of it come from. Yeah, Nick's swatting his hand like they swat the swords in the Final Fantasy series. I've always liked that. Just the pixel art in those are top notch, and the music's really good. Actually, have a Final Fantasy music record behind me that I was listening to earlier. I just have always loved the series, as you guys know, and that is not
Right.
the only 6 Final Fantasy games that I beat this year. There's
Yeah,
three
we
three
all.
more after that.
Yep.
Yeah, it was
Oh,
the
yeah.
year of Final Fantasy, and I've already bought Final Fantasy VIII, by the way.
There you go.
I'm ready.
All the Final Fantasy.
Yeah, why not?
All the finals are
Us.
just the beginning.
Yeah.
Yep.
All right, Dave, what's your number 4?
My number 4 is Deathloop.
Deathloop.
Going back, probably one of the oldest games on everyone's list tonight because that one was 2021. But I don't know why. It's weird. I really connected with the game this time round compared to when I got it in the year of release. And just the gunplay was fun, the mechanics, the kind of puzzle aspect of each level's got multiple ways. You can sneak, you can go shooting, you can attempt it however you want, and then the way it kind of builds like a puzzle, and there's multiple ways to get to the next kind of level or not level, but like to do your quest. And I just really enjoyed it. It was quite refreshing, and I kind of enjoyed the banter between the characters, and
Yeah, it's really good.
it was just
I played a little bit on my PC. It runs real smooth, and I might jump back into it this
Yeah.
year sometime.
ooh, excuse me, it's a pretty good looking game, and yeah, it just runs really smoothly. I never did play it online though, which I probably should, because you can kind of Julia comes in, and you can be Julia in other people's games, so you can drop in, kind of try and kill them and make their life a misery.
I wonder
So-
how many people are still playing that. Like, if you are playing online, do you think that would happen very often?
I don't know.
Like-
I can imagine it's one of those games where it's like, even if they are playing the multiplayer, I doubt they're doing the missions, if you know what I mean.
Yeah.
Like, because the game has some playthrough value. I could see playing through it again, but by the same token, I couldn't see just. But then maybe that's just me. I don't play through games again and again and again
Yeah.
like some people do.
Mhm.
Right.
So I can't think of the name of the game series they worked on before that, but this one, the controls feel a lot more tight. What were those games called?
they
It
did
was one or
Prey
two.
and they did Dishonored.
Yeah, Dishonored. Like I didn't like the controls in Dishonored. I felt the camera play and the gunplay just didn't feel good to me. I think it's a lot tighter in Deathloop.
Yeah,
Yeah.
I liked how like there would be stuff written on the like his forts were written
Yeah.
on the walls, like don't go here or come back later, that kind of stuff. You know, the little clues. There was always something
Mhm.
interesting going on.
Yeah, I'm glad you went back through it and played it and loved it so much because that was like one of the first games you bought for your PS5.
Yeah, yeah, it was. And
And he was pretty down on it.
Yeah,
Yeah.
yeah. You played a
It's
little
like,
bit of
yeah.
it and you're just like, meh.
Right.
yeah, and I don't. It's like I can kind of see why it is a game that it doesn't do a very good job of kind of introducing itself and the mechanisms of the game, if that makes sense.
Yeah.
So it kind of it's very confusing at first.
Sure.
Not just like what's going on, but like what am I meant to really do to, how do I progress in this game? So but
I've
once you get
definitely had games like that before. Like you just kind of get into it and you're like, what is this?
yeah, what am I meant to be doing? Like, what's the?
And
I'm
then
pretty
sometimes it's
clear
just your
on the plot.
mindset. It's like maybe you would enjoy it, but you're just in a place where it's your headspace is just. I'm not here
Sometimes
to.
you want a mindless shooter, and you
Yeah.
get a hit.
Mhm.
Cool. Deathloop.
Yeah, totally.
Awesome.
Yeah.
Nick,
If
what's your?
anyone wants to borrow it, I've got it on disc.
There you go.
Oh,
Okay.
Nick, what's your number 4?
I'm gonna go with Saints Row.
Saints
Woo.
Row, baby.
There you go.
I love
Got
Saints
that.
Row, dude. We even played together.
Just
Yeah.
Yeah.
I had a lot of fun with that game as well.
I still haven't
yeah.
tried
It
it.
was,
I tried a little bit. It's fun.
I
It's
mean,
like that.
I mean, for being a series that I've never played before, I mean, the similarity with GTA, I mean, it was nice just to be able to just kind of like basically slide right in and not really have to learn a whole lot of controls. I mean, they're
Right.
all
That's
pretty
always nice.
basic, so it was, you could just kind of like dive right in and just get started instead of sitting here like doing tutorial type stuff. But no, it's been. I mean, I haven't played it in a while. I kind of ran out of time to really do a lot of gaming, like back towards the end of September and stuff like that. So it's kind of went on the back
Fucking
burner.
school, man.
Yeah, I know, but no, I was having a good time with it though.
Nice.
So I should probably, if I want to like actually get back into a game, should
It's a pretty
probably
easy one to
that
just
one.
jump back into.
Yeah. It's a nice pick up
Kind
and
of-
play for a little bit kind of game, isn't it?
Mm-hmm.
Don't really have to worry about being lost in the story in a Saints Row game.
No. It's like
Right.
it's like
Yeah.
kind of like it's like destroy all humans. You're just doing
Yeah.
blowing shit
I
up.
wish that
Yeah.
game hadn't backed off some of the naughtiness. It like gets close, but it never like.
Yeah, it
like
doesn't
the-
kind of go
the old-
crazy like the old ones.
Yeah, the old ones go crazy.
Yeah. Well, you haven't.
think
Yeah,
they
you,
were
you haven't played
trying
with
to-
me in your world, Dave. You know, I haven't had
Oh, I
sexy,
know.
sexy
Yeah.
Ian
That
walking
could
around.
be any video game.
Mhm.
Oh,
Could be.
oh boy.
Yeah, there's probably. I mean, yeah, I got some of those costumes too on Saints Row.
Cool. Saints Row. All right, Aaron, what's your? You're up next. What's your number 4?
All right, so my number 4. Well, I kind of had a bit of a tough time thinking this one through because I've had multiple sessions with the one, but the other one I put in much time as to multiple sessions with the other one. But I'm gonna go with I technically started in last year, so it was Metaphor or Fantasio. That I mean, okay, I was gonna put Dead Space, but I'm not that far into that game. But it just kind of it's definitely on.
You're not going to beat it again.
Not gonna beat it. That's what
I'm
just
saying.
need a little
You
less.
never beat it the first time, right? Technically.
No.
See?
No. But I think it's just because I got shiny ball syndrome right now because I just got Metaphor and
You got
Elden Ring at the
polished.
same freaking day.
Right.
Literally the same day. No, but I like what Metaphor is doing. I like the story. It's very it's kind of around my alley, JRPG. It's right there, but I like the fact that you can do like okay, I like I said, I was gonna do Dead Space, but then that game kind of came in, and just went, get out of here for a little bit. No, it's just I like what they did. The game, it's cell shading, which I love that style of game graphics, and then it's so easy to pick up and play. I mean, yeah, there's a pretty deep story going on right now, but it can.
It'll
you can-
only take you like 120 hours to beat, so don't worry.
Yeah.
Take your time.
I know.
They don't-
It'll take a minute.
You'll get. They make big ass games. I tried to play
They do.
Persona 5, and it's just too much. It's kind of like what Dave was talking about, Deathloop. It's just like, what? I don't want to get into this. This is.
Yeah.
But
Well,
Metaphor though kind of it's doesn't deal with you as a kid in a high school. It's like a whole new story and a new thing, and that one actually looks more interesting than the high school shit of Persona.
Yeah, no, you're like some sort of recruit in the military, and then stuff goes awry, and you're fighting these things called humans. It's yeah, they're called humans. I wish I was kidding about that one. I'm like, oh, humans fucked this up. Like, oh, that I can see where the
That
artist is
sounds
going with this
real.
one.
But don't they have
is.
like? It's like in Persona you have personas, but in Metaphor you actually have like something like a persona, but it's called something else, isn't it?
Yeah, I can't remember the name of it. It's like I have to remember what it's called, but I'd look it up. But yeah, you're a different character.
You're a different
yeah.
character that you change into, so it's like the same premise but totally different.
Yes, but it feels like well, like you said, you're not in high school like the other 5
Right.
personas. You're in like a medieval fantasy world, and
That's
you're
cool.
trying to stop some guy from taking over the world, like most games. Insert story here.
I hear the music's
But
really
it's
cool
really-
too.
The only thing I remember the first time I actually put it into my system and started playing it. It was such calming music, it actually put me to sleep.
Wow.
But
No, that's just you aging.
That's you
It
aging.
happens
and
to us all.
And
It
playing at
happens.
midnight when you should be in bed.
yeah, you're right. But then
Yeah.
I tried it again at like 10 o'clock. It was a perfect time. And I just started burning through it for like a solid 2.5, 3 hours. Like, oh, okay.
Nice.
It's and I feel like I barely got anywhere in the game. But that's pretty much any JRPG that has a solid story. So
Cool.
I loved it. I'm loving it. So, but like I said, I'm hoping I can at least get farther through it and then
Will he
Go
beat
from
it
there.
by the end of the year, ladies and gentlemen?
oh, that's a tough one. That's a tough one. I got Elden Ring on my ass too. So, along with Dead Space, and yeah, who knows what's
So,
gonna come
a
this year.
word of advice: Elden
Hmm.
Ring is you get into it and stick to it. Otherwise,
Okay.
you're gonna come back in and not want to play it.
Okay. Yeah, I barely got like maybe an hour, just barely after character creation. So
Yeah.
I'm literally barely anywhere into it. So,
Yeah, because the skill drop off is a real thing.
oh, okay. Definitely
Like,
keep
how
that
do
in
I play
mind.
this game again? Ian and I
Right.
have done that.
Right.
What am I doing?
There's also I think there's
That's
a
how I
level
felt
of
when I.
there was a level of that when like I feel like we had played it for so much for so intense that like then the idea of DLC was just like I don't think I want to deal with this because
Yeah.
it's just like
Right.
starting
That's
over.
it.
Yeah, just think
That's
how
how I felt.
hard it is to get back into like Monster Hunter.
Oh,
Like, oh
fuck, I
god, what
remember
am I
that.
doing?
Oh,
What do I do? What button does that?
how could I forget? The
Yeah.
last time I played that game was when Devil May Cry DLC was dropped,
Yeah.
and I love that armor. But anyway,
But yeah,
Yeah,
that's
that's-
not what we're talking about.
nope. Talking about Metaphor,
Cool. All right.
great game.
Number 4. That was Aaron's number 4. My number 4 is Space Marine 2. Really enjoyed this game. I actually thought like I'm kind of surprised that this didn't get any nominations for best looking like graphics at the Game Awards. I think this game looked fucking sick.
I
watched
remember
some
seeing
videos.
trailers. It was great.
Just I mean even the character and the just the level of detail. I don't know. Super really enjoyed playing through this game. I mean I enjoyed the original and surprised that it actually got a sequel, and then the sequel like was a lot of game. You got the campaign, you got the co-op, and then you got the multiplayer, so there's just a lot of game. Just really impressed. Played a little bit of the co-op online stuff. Didn't play any of the multiplayer, though I hear that was fun in a broken kind of way. Enjoyed the story. It really makes me interested in it, Warhammer. Like I'm like very like satellite interested, on about it. Like I'm not going to get into the miniatures and stuff. Probably won't read the books, but I really liked the episode that was on Secret Level. Thought that was really cool.
Yeah, it was really good.
And then I'm really hoping that this Henry Cavill Amazon show takes off because I'd be down to watch some of that
Yeah, I'd
shit.
love to watch a show on that. Yeah.
Heck yeah.
But yeah, so Space Marine 2, thought it was super fun. Enjoyed it, and yeah, that's my number 4. All right, Jared, what's your number 3?
I decided to switch it because
Oh.
it wasn't on my beat list because you can't beat it. And
Can't
Helldivers 2.
Oh yeah,
Oh.
Yeah.
yeah.
We played the hell out of that game when it came out.
We did.
And,
And then just
every
missed
day I'm like, man, I
streets.
should play this, but I haven't.
I know,
But
right?
It was so
just-
fun.
It's one of those things that just kind of mysteriously dropped off, and it's like,
I still get the drop music stuck in my head. It's so good. It
dude,
felt
they
awesome.
just released that on vinyl too. I almost
Oh, wow.
said, "Fuck it,
Dang.
I'm gonna buy this," but I didn't.
Yeah, and I haven't played since they released the new race in there.
Oh,
the
I've played
Illuminati.
a couple of times with the Illuminati. They're pretty.
Yeah.
It's pretty interesting.
Okay.
Because doesn't it
Cool,
make like
yeah.
the humans like zombies basically?
Yeah, there's like zombies, and then they have these kind of aerial units. That's like a guy with a jetpack that shoots, and then this kind of like star-looking robot thing, and then they
Cool.
have these kind of War of the Worlds tripods. It's very
Oh,
cool.
Man, yeah, we got to get back into that.
We should.
That'd
We
be
really
so
should.
good. My brother just bought it, and
Oh.
he doesn't have anybody to play with. So you guys need to add him and play Helldivers.
Okay,
Yeah,
Yeah.
it's a lot of fun.
cool,
Yeah, totally.
It's a good number 3.
Helldivers 2, number 3.
nice. How about you, Dave?
Oh, my number 3 is the same as your number 4, Warhammer 2.
Nice.
I just
Nice.
really enjoyed that game. It reminded me of like Gears of War, but in a universe that I was more interested in. And like you say, graphically, it was just beautiful. And when you look across some of those early battlefields, and the hordes are just like swarming, and then
yeah.
there's the Marines like fighting them, and you really do get the feeling that you're involved in like a bigger battle.
And then it
and just
ran
what's
well. I
going
mean, this
on.
is like a AAA
Yes.
game made by like a AA studio. Like, it's not like a big studio. And then they put all this work into this game. I think they deserved more.
Yeah.
I don't know.
Yeah.
But look,
I think this goes back to like the Destroy All Humans as well. It wasn't an expansive game, if you know what I mean. There was a lot of stuff in it, and it was a lot of fun, but it wasn't like
it was
they
pretty
didn't throw
straightforward.
everything in it. Yeah, it
They
was
cut off all the
pretty
fat.
straightforward.
Oh, for sure.
Yeah.
I mean, they
pretty-
didn't have a
pretty
lot
lean.
of weapon choices, and
Yeah.
the weapons weren't that much different between them, but it kind of felt good. Just the mechanics of the battle system, and I think they really spent a lot of time just nailing that down, which really helped it.
Yeah, the idea like that you really are not really just doing melee or just doing like weapons. You really are doing both at the same time constantly, which I really
fin the
enjoyed.
herd with your weapons, and then
You're
you've got to
breaking it.
get melee when they come get at you. Yeah,
It's just a lot of fun. I really enjoyed and it's just like it's very like a throwback kind of game, you know. It's like you said about Gears of War, but Gears of War's kind of run, cover, shoot. This is like you're just in it. You're just in it. I love
They
that.
They just want you to shoot. They don't want you to like hide behind stuff.
I love the mission where like you're just in this room and it's like dark.
I don't mind games that do that actually.
It's just dark and all this shit's just coming at you and you're shooting and they're blowing up and in color and stuff, but like it's just dark in the room. I thought that was like
that was a good one. Yeah.
Great
That's
level.
cool.
Anyway, yeah, good choice.
I gotta pick it up someday.
Well, Dave has. Oh, did you get?
I've got a disc
Yeah,
copy.
yeah.
if
Oh, you
wanna
do?
borrow it.
Dang.
Yeah.
Okay. Please.
Yeah. Okay. 3. Nick, what's yours? Fallout Shelter.
Yes.
Yeah. Awesome. Cool. Yeah, that's great.
Man.
I actually kind of changed it to that because I don't want to
That's
talk
fine.
about the other
I
one.
wish-
But
I wish we knew where it was on your list last year.
it wasn't.
Oh, wasn't? Oh, okay. I was hoping
No,
it was.
No, this is
Oh, it's a new edition.
yeah, it's a new edition because it was a part of a thing where I was experimenting with a couple of different mobile games where I play them on different mediums, and Fallout Shelter put it on the PS4 and just wanted to see how that was / get some easy trophies, which I clearly don't care about, but
Yeah.
But dude.
Hey, it's still fun. It's fun. Fun to chase.
yeah, but I mean, I'm still frustrated with the controls. I hate the controls because I'm used to just like being able to touch, like go right to where I need to go rather than sitting here and like, oh,
right.
I'm like,
Yeah.
it's like I might be over in another room, but I've like moved the view over somewhere else, but I need to like move the control thing over, and that it's kind of obnoxious. And
Are there
tedious
other games
sometimes.
like that you play, or is this you only play this one because it's Fallout? It seems like this is like a style of game that they've made more of.
I've heard that somebody like blatantly ripped it off
Mm.
and got called out for it, but I can't remember
Dear.
the name of the game.
Mm.
But I mean,
Oh, wow. Yeah, I forgot
mean,
about that.
really, I think it's basically just a resource collecting game, which seems to be like 90% of all mobile games anyway.
Pretty much.
Yeah,
He's
yeah.
not wrong.
100%.
But I mean, it has kind of been fun, like playing it throughout the years, like what it was when it initially first came out, and then the kind of the stuff that they added, like little missions that you can now go on and stuff like that. So I mean, that's still kind of fun. I mean, one of the things that appeals to me is I can jump on for a few minutes, play for a few minutes, and then just put it away. It's not like I need to invest a bunch of time to play it. I can just jump in, take care of a few errands, and go back to my life.
There you go.
Nice little
Yeah.
break.
Yeah, a quick in, quick out games are nice sometimes. Just pop
Yeah.
in for a couple
Yeah,
minutes.
it's just-
Yeah.
and it's like I don't have to mentally invest myself in it either when I'm really not in the mood for that or for whatever reason. It's
A time filler.
yeah.
I do
basically.
I do
Pretty
feel
much.
that because there's times where I'm sitting down and I'm like looking at my TV and my PlayStation. It's like, what am I gonna play this? That means I gotta prepare myself because I'm probably gonna play this for like an hour to 2 hours now, and then I'll sit there and be like, and then I'll just sit there and like waste an hour or 2 hours thinking about, oh, I guess I'm not doing it now.
Yeah.
That's
Yeah. In a circumstance like that, I
Yeah,
jump
pretty
into the
much.
PlayStation store to look at games I want to buy
it's just like
and wish list and like, oh, geez, so many games.
Yeah. I understand that.
All right. Aaron, what's your number 3?
All right, so this one was kind of a bit of a toughie, but not too much. I want to say number 3 was Spider-Man 2. That game is so good. I It was the only time I even considered going back in after not playing it for months at a time because I see my nephews and my wife's friend's son. Every time the kids come over and watch him play, I'm like, oh man, I want to go play that game again. That
It
game's
looks so
good.
fun.
I remember playing that part. I remember that part. Oh wait, you're gonna run into Craven eventually. Oh shit. And then after they run into Craven, oh yeah, you're not gonna like that fight scene. That's gonna suck. And I'm like, I try to not say these things because I don't want to spoil it for them, but also I'm like, I own this game. I beat this game outright. I can say what I fucking want.
There you
but
go.
I don't do it. But I don't because I
I'm
don't
surprised
like
I still haven't played it. Like,
if you play Miles Morales, you probably played 2.
I'll get
But-
around to it at some point.
It's a fantastic game. It really is. The graphics are great. It's so fluid. It's like you can seamlessly jump between Miles Morales Spider-Man and Peter Parker Spider-Man, and
Makes me want to play Wolverine even more.
Oh, I can't wait
Oh,
for that
yeah.
game. But
that game looks sick. But no, I enjoyed it. The graphics were, like I said, top notch, and the PS5. I don't know if they had a PS4 version of that game, but
No.
okay, good. Sorry, PS4 people. But no, that game was fantastic. The story, it took a twist I didn't see coming because they mentioned Venom, they mentioned Craven, they mentioned like who the fuck's gonna be the main villain of this game? It got me guessing the entire time. Then all of a sudden, Venom comes along and just beats the shit out of Craven, and yeah, I'm like,
geez, spoilers.
Yeah, I know, right? I mean, I
It's
know
been out
Venom's
for over
in
a
it.
year.
Yeah,
That's what
yeah.
YouTube's for.
Yeah.
No worries.
It's all
I mean,
good.
Craven is a big baddie in it, obviously. That's
No, I
question.
knew that.
It's such a good game, though. But no, and they did such a good job of like introducing everything accordingly. I was expecting at one point to have someone else to fight in the game, but no, it was just the big two. I was okay with that though.
Don't you play as Venom though?
No, you
You get
don't.
like
You
the
play as,
symbiote.
you do get you get the Black Spider-Man outfit, and it kind of like slowly it does what you expect. It turns him like into a complete asshole.
Oh, right, that's right. You don't play as Venom. You play as Black Spider-Man.
Black suit spider.
But,
yeah.
my bad.
Cool. He's just becoming like a big asshole. So until obviously,
okay, here's a deep thing that you can spoil for me. Do they do any nod or jokes to the Tobey Maguire black suit Spider-Man? Like, does he do any kind of dance, or do they make any jokes or references to that?
No, I mean the only reference I think is they make him transform his like outfit into like a suit, like a black suit, like he does in the Spider-Man 3 movie. But other than that,
They don't
not
have,
really.
they make him do the dance thing, or that'd be funny.
Oh.
I can't. I think they. I don't remember. I don't think so though.
When I play through it, I'll keep my peepers open.
Yeah. No, the other thing I think they do is like they just make him like morph into the black suit, like a tuxedo thing they wear. Not tux, but the nice black suit he wears, and it's like all kind of combed down.
Oh yeah,
That's about
the
it, really.
emo haircut that he has. Yes, okay,
It's kind of in there, yeah. Yeah.
Cool. Awesome. My number 3 was also Jared's number 3. Helldivers 2.
Cheers, yeah.
And I'm imagining that this game is on. I think this is probably going to be our game of the year. I'm going to put that bet down right now because it's probably the only game that's on multiple lists.
Probably. Yeah.
Anyway, I don't really have anything else to say except it was a lot of fun. Just easily racked up 40 hours of gameplay in the game, and then it is weird that we just like dropped off of it.
Wow.
But
I'm up to 80 hours.
I know you are. Well, you're
When
still
we
playing.
dropped it, I was
Man.
at 70. I think.
Yeah, okay.
Well, you were putting a lot of time in with John back then.
Yeah,
Back in the
and
day.
just like randomly, I would come home and I'd just play random with
Damn.
randos.
Yeah, I mean, that's
Man,
that's
that's-
impressive. That's impressive. But yeah, great game. Really cool to see where that game's gone and how successful it's been. So,
Yeah.
yeah.
Good on them.
What's your number 2, Jared?
My number 2 is Final Fantasy VII Rebirth.
Nice. That's a good one.
Yeah.
Wait, number 2? I figured that was gonna be number 1 for you, honestly.
You think? Yeah, I
Mm.
mean,
I thought it was.
Oh,
you
I
know
know
what? I
what
do
it-
love my Final Fantasy. Well, yeah, of course.
I
you
know you
my-
do. We know you love
Yeah,
your Final
but
Fantasy. I thought
yeah,
one was going to be right there.
I really enjoyed wandering through the open worlds. I thought they were really well done, and the graphics were nice and all that stuff. And
Mhm.
the characters' personalities really came out in this. It's nice to see them all fleshed out into their modern take on their characters from just dialogue boxes and just kind of imagining what they'd be like through text boxes.
They did
The
a good
voice
job,
actors did like a top tier job. Like I don't know, there's certain things like most games, there's always something you can nitpick or not like about or mini games or whatever. Like yeah, you can skip that kind of stuff
So-
though.
Fun fact, Heidecker, the councilman on the Shinra list, you know who also does his voiceover too?
Uh-uh.
It's Marcus Phoenix and Bender from Futurama.
Oh, okay. Right on.
Yeah,
That's
I did a
cool.
little deep dive. I was like, that voice. Well, he started laughing. I'm like, why does that laugh sound so familiar? And I looked up
Yeah.
who it was. It was oh god, I can't remember the guy's name, but John DiMaggio.
Okay.
Like, oh, okay. And then he does Marcus Phoenix from Gears of War, and he's Bender.
That's awesome. Yeah, I got to do research on the voice actors and that's one thing I usually really get into is like when I watch animated movies and things like that. I hear voices I'm like, this sounds kind of familiar. I'll dive down the big steep hill and check it out. And I need to start doing that with video games because like I do like to watch YouTube content based around like the voice actors of games and things like that. Like there's a channel, I can't even think what the channel is, but like, do you remember the line? It's like it starts the line out and they have to fill in the blanks.
Yeah.
Like I've watched what the Aeris voice actor, the Cloud voice actor. I've watched one with Ben Starr, the Final Fantasy 16 guy. And yeah, it's fun to watch that kind of stuff and see what other content they've done.
You know what I find amazing?
Games.
Jared somehow found a way to put 6 Final Fantasy games on his top 5.
7.
Oh, 7, I mean. 7, yes. 7 on his top
Cheating.
5.
Wow.
I thought we couldn't do that. Well, here we go.
That's pretty impressive, isn't it?
Take it.
Take it. All right, Dave, what's
Shove
your
that
number?
Final Fantasy
But-
up your
What's your
ass.
number 2, Dave?
My number 2 is Helldivers
Yeah?
2.
Bum,
the
bum,
reasons
bum.
you're outlined.
Yeah, baby.
But
Nice.
like I say,
Bum, bum,
I've
bum.
played some of the new content with
bum,
the
bum,
Illuminati.
These Helldivers are making a wave.
It has they have vehicles in it now, which
Yeah.
is just as good and as bad as you would expect.
And there's
it's
like
great,
urban
like-
environments now, right?
Yeah, you're hanging out to the vehicle and you're shooting, and then they crash it and roll it, and everyone goes everywhere.
Chaos.
Yeah, or they just drive it and get stuck, But it's a lot of
That
fun.
sounds fun.
And the
Yeah.
Illuminati is great. Yeah, the Illuminati's are like urban environments, which are kind of fun. But yeah, I got back into it a little before Christmas, and I haven't gone back to it because I haven't had time to play any games yet. So
Yeah.
But
You were busy.
probably gonna
Yeah.
get back into that.
Yeah, it's it's kind of a lull right now, and I'm just kind of playing a bunch of different things right now, so it's a good time to get back into that. Actually, I think.
Pretty much.
Yeah, it's just a lot. It's just a lot of fun, and I kind of want to buy. I kind of want to get some more of the war bonds. I think there's 10 war bonds now or something.
Oh,
Oh.
dang.
There's a
Wait,
lot.
you
of them.
putting money into it?
I might do,
Wow.
yeah.
Oh my god,
Yeah.
that might be a first.
Nice.
We'll see.
We'll
I'll
see.
probably play it a bit and see how much I'm playing it. Before.
Well,
I
if you
do.
beat the second challenge of the last episode, you could win yourself a $10 PSN gift card, and you wouldn't have to use your own money to spend on the war bond.
Yeah, funny. Yeah, what is that second challenge?
I don't know. You guys are
I
gonna
think it was
find out.
Stellar Blade,
I
thought.
know what it is.
I listened to it.
Aaron
yeah, I know
knows.
what it is.
Anyway, cool. Helldivers 2. Sweet. So far,
Love
it's
it.
the only game that we've crossed over on, so
Mm-hmm.
makes it pretty ripe for Game of the Year contention.
I have
All
a
right,
feeling it's gonna happen.
Nick, what's your Nick?
Knack.
What's your number 3?
Neck. Number 3 or number 2?
Oh, number 2. Is it number 2? Yeah, we're number 2. My bad. Where are we? Going backwards? Yes.
We're in Vancouver, Ian.
Yes.
So this game was a game that Dave did during one of his segments. It's called Trust No One.
Oh, you
So I actually, yeah, I went and bought it, played it.
Okay.
No, it was actually kind of fun just because I hadn't really, I hadn't really played a game like that, and it was just kind of fun to just. I mean, it was a really quick game to play and beat, and kind of go back through again and get all the trophies. But it was still it was just kind of a lot of fun. Actually, like I mentioned Fallout Shelter before. I mean, this one was a fun game to just, it's not anything too intense, but I mean, it did require a little bit of brain power and thinking outside of the box. But it also kind of prompted me to actually start playing Escape Room, which was another game that I just had in my library, and kind of a similar sort of puzzle type game that is actually a lot longer than Trust No One, but yeah, it's just I had a great time. I mean, I downloaded the demo a while ago and then played that, and then I just waited for it to go on sale because apparently $4 is too much for me, so I had to wait for it to drop down to $3.
It is
Which
on
was-
sale.
Sometimes the sale is the best sale.
Now we're talking.
Yeah.
A sale's a
And
sale.
there you go. The segment getting two games out of it now, Dave. See, 2 players.
Wow,
yeah.
yeah.
This is a popular segment.
Okay.
Yeah, and
Yeah, that's great.
Cool. All
There
right.
you go.
Dave's segment is the best segment.
There you go. All right, Aaron. What's your number 2?
All right, my number 2 is also Jared's number 2, a Final Fantasy Rebirth.
Ooh.
That game is like what Jared said. It's a great game. They did a fantastic job. I remember 7 OG, the text box and all that stuff, and then they just knocked it out of the park with the graphics on this. I mean, I remember playing the first 7 remake for the PS4. Like, oh man, I can't wait till this one comes out. And then this one came out. Oh my god, it's better than I expected. The only thing I have issue with is that final boss. It's just so much Sephiroth. So much
Oh,
fucking
that's
Sephiroth.
a really long battle. So long.
I like the fact though you had to switch between characters and you had separate teams to fight everybody. That
different
was kind of
parties.
cool.
Yeah,
But still, it's
Yeah.
like, ugh, come on,
and
just
Zach.
and Zach, poor Zach, just on his own, zacking it up.
Yeah.
It was good though. I really enjoyed that game. It's the longest game I think I've played in a very Mass Effect, but that's 3 separate games, and this one alone is just a beast of a game.
It
But-
piled on the mini games, and I was surprised how many of them were actually fun, and I'd played a lot of them.
Right. I
Like,
even
over
like
and
the
over.
The Queen's Blood one was. I was kind of surprised. I actually kind of like. I'm into card battle games, but that one was just a bit obnoxious. But I liked it though for some reason. I don't know why I did. It was obnoxious, but I liked it.
Yeah, it's
Uh.
weird because like any card game, I usually just dodge. But this in
Yeah.
Final Fantasy, I played tons of Queen's Blood. I even won like on the boat.
Yeah,
You know,
I think I won.
I was going nuts. Yeah.
Yeah, I think I just went and won the whole shebang. I remember right in that tournament. And you kind of have to, I think, in order to progress the game. But
Apparently, if you don't touch any of Queen's Blood, it doesn't even do that part. It's like you don't have to play on the ship.
oh, well,
Because you have to be a certain level to even compete.
yeah, no,
Yeah,
don't
so
think
that's interesting.
I enjoyed it though. That game was good. Overall, I loved the battles. I loved the only thing I didn't like was how you literally got a gajillion side quests I had to do, and I didn't do really any of them.
That's
Yeah,
why you got a
they-
date with Barrett.
Hey, he was a good guy. You leave him alone.
Oh
He
no,
was twice the man you'll ever be.
I went back through and did all the dates. Yeah, his just pretty much a hangout. Was good, informative.
Sometimes you gotta
showed
hang
more
out
about
with your
their
dudes,
bond.
man. It's more
Yeah,
bros before hoes, Jared.
yeah. We've all gone on dates with each other. You know, and you don't call them dates.
Yes.
You're just hanging out.
Yeah, pretty much. But yeah,
What?
no,
There are
that
always
game was-
dates for me.
Aw.
Oh. All right. More Final Fantasy. Cool.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Cheers to Final Fantasy.
A lot of
Cheers
big year.
indeed.
Big year for Final Fantasy. All right, my number
Mhm.
2. Man, my 1 and 2 is a difficult year for me to decide which one
Oh,
was going to be the top and which one was going to take the second place. And after much deliberation and a lot of game playing,
Stellar Blade.
no, I went with Dragon Age Veilguard hits number 2.
Okay.
I really like Dragon Age. I mean, Dragon Age Veilguard is fucking awesome. I had a
I
lot
haven't
of
finished it yet.
it's so fucking good. I really enjoyed it. I don't know. I thought my character creation was great. The story's really way more kind of where the previous Dragon Age is like this bloated open world craziness. This one was like very focused. Mass Effect, did a really good job of letting you know when you know. Instead of returning to your ship, you return to your like castle area home, and you like run around and talk to everybody and do all their quests and
in the in between.
in between. And I just had a lot of fun. And did I platinum it? I think I
I don't
platinumed
think
it.
you did.
Did I not
you?
platinum it? I think I did platinum
Oh.
it. I did
Yeah,
platinum it.
yeah,
It is
you
the one
might
game I
have.
platinumed
Okay.
this year.
Yeah,
So I did
that's
platinum
right.
this game. So I did go back after. Well, yeah. Anyway, so I played through the ending twice because for some reason.
For reasons, yeah.
For
Yeah.
reasons. But
I have multiple save points just in case.
Anyway. I had a really great time with the game. I love the combat system. I think the combat system's a lot of fun.
Yeah.
The way you can kind of
combo off of each
you can
other.
combo each other, and so you can create your special skills. You can choose them to be igniters or
It's like old Chrono Trigger stuff.
yeah.
right?
So but it's also the combat system that's in Anthem, where
Yeah.
your character would ignite a combo depending on your
Mhm.
weapon use and stuff. So it's really cool and fun. So I just fell in love with like kind of fucking around and you doing different things and and I ended up liking sometimes a lot of times in games I generally don't like all the characters. Like even in Mass Effect there's characters I don't really care about. And so I don't
Mhm.
really
I
this
get
one
that.
I liked all the characters and
Yeah.
hung out with all of them, took them all out for different things, and I like their stories. And I don't know, I know a lot of people said some stuff about the game. It's like simple or it's dated and all this, but I thought it was great. So
The only reason it's not on my list is because I haven't finished it yet.
there you go. But yeah, I really liked it. It looks great, ran great, no issues with it. Had a lot of fun. It's my number 2. All right. It gives me hope for Mass Effect also.
Yeah.
So-
It'll be interesting to see if this if it's gonna be all the those team members making Mass Effect.
Right.
If they
Oh, yeah,
can
5.
knock this one out of the park, yeah.
I sure hope
'Cause
they can.
a lot of it's
For
a
the love of
very
God.
team based, so you gotta have a good team together to make a good game.
Mm-hmm.
All right, Jerry, what's your number 1? Number 1s. Woo!
Oh, I bet you can guess.
Astrobot.
Heck, yeah, I watched my daughter playing it earlier today. Like Astrobot's always playing in this house. It's
There you
such an amazing game that I can't think of anything bad about the game. Everything is so spectacularly done. It's so fun. There's nothing, absolutely nothing bad to say about it. I don't know. I can't ooze over it more than I already have. It's
Mhm.
just that good of a game. It's really top notch. All the
Jared,
skills are really
Ooze.
good.
Ooze.
Ooze.
Slime
But,
over it.
yeah, like
Putting your
every
mango over
every
it. Now you-
Astrobot game that has come out, I've just loved. The VR one, the one that came with the PlayStation was amazing, and this one is so good. Even like early on, the PlayStation 4 like camera, that shit was fun. or like
Playroom.
Yeah.
Playroom, even the demo to pretty much VR. It came with like a
Oh, right.
this is what VR
Yeah.
could be. It's an Astrobot game in VR, like the first thing, and I've loved every single last bit of it. And this is everything they've learned about video game platforming, just shoved into this game, and it's wonderful. And I think everybody can find something to love about it, especially if you have like friends or like family and kids. Like I have kids, they both love the game, they both independently beat the game. I mean, it's not complicated, it's just fun and easy to use, easy to play, but it also has really difficult challenges that you can get into as a more mature gamer. You can really play these crazy hard levels, and those are exceedingly fun. Just jumping back in, keep repeating, and yeah, I still like to play it. They've released a lot of content since the game came out, even like a Christmas level where all the skills are in there, so you get to goof around with all of them. It's like a little petri dish, all the different things.
Cool.
Astrobot number
Cool.
1.
And it's a loving ode to video games and the PlayStation.
Oh, 100%. Yeah, it's fun just to go back into the world and see all the characters I've created. Because once you spend your coins in the little machine, you pull the handle, get the ball, you crush it in your hand. It gives all these special characters like a unique animation, essentially. So you go up and you hit the character, and it interacts in a certain way. Like there's even like a trophy for Thor. Thor will throw the axe at you, or throw the hammer at you, and from God of War. And if you run past Kratos, he'll hit Kratos with the hammer, and there's a special animation. You get a trophy for that. It's just stupid fun, creative stuff. All these games from way back in PS1, stuff you've never heard of, like Vibribbon is one of the first rhythm games. Parappa's in there, they got everything. It's so good.
Cool. Well, there you go. Astrobot.
Astrobot. Yeah.
Robot.
Astrobot. Yep.
Astrobot.
The robots are the best.
All right, Dave, what's your number 1?
My number 1 is Thank Goodness You're Here, which is a little game. It's like playing a comic book. You're this little traveling salesman, and you interact with the world by slapping things. And it's set in this northern town called Barnsworth, and it's only about 2 hours to play the game, and it's just really surreal, and you never quite know what's going to happen next. And it's just I had so much fun playing it. It's actually by the publisher is based here in Portland, Oregon, and it's by a 2-man team from England. And the visual style was really good, and the voices are really good. Matt Berry's in it briefly.
So I've seen images of it and stuff like that. I'm like, oh, okay, this is fun. And then I look at the ratings, mature, 17 and up.
Oh yeah, there's one bit with
okay.
there's just some random guy poking sausages through a hole in the fence.
What?
Like,
I mean,
and it's
this
just
is
like
the art style, it's like
It looks
animated,
like
cartoony.
I was gonna say, it looks like a kid's book almost.
Yeah, it's cute.
yeah, it reminds me of this. There used to be I think there still is. There's a comic called Viz in the UK that was always, it's a comic for adults basically, and it's but it's like that. It's not quite as rude as that, but it's just bizarre more than rude.
So this is what you're telling me, Dave, is that this is basically kind of a comic book looking walking simulator? You just kind of walk around and experience things?
You walk
with
around
while the
and
story,
interact with stuff. Yeah,
while the story is unfolding.
The people of this town, they're glad to see you, because they've got a problem that they need solving. So you wander around and find the solution to the problem. So like one of the first ones is there's a guy got his hand stuck in a grate because he's trying to like get something. He dropped something down the grate and he's trying to get it back. And so you have to go find a solution to get him out. And that's probably about as normal as it gets, and then it just gets weirder and weirder from there on out. So,
How did you come
like
across?
it.
How did you come upon this game?
I was reading before Christmas. I was reading like top games of 2024. There was a couple of articles, and it was on one or two of them, and it just sounded like something I'd like. So I watched a video, a little bit of it, and I was like, "Oh, that looks like it'd be good." I mean, and I think it's currently on sale right now. It's $20 on Steam, but on PlayStation 5, it's 14 right now.
Yeah, $13.99.
Yeah, it's normally 20. I think I paid 20 for it because it wasn't on sale when I got it. But
Yeah, MinMax has talked about it a bit on their last several episodes.
yeah, I mean, it's only about 2 hours long, but I think it's definitely worth a replay as well. Like, I just can't. The first time I played it, I just sat there and pretty much played it all the way through.
Is it easy platinum, or does it even have a platinum trophy?
It does have a platinum trophy, and I got quite a few trophies, but like, it's one of those ones where you play it through and then you'd read the trophy list of the ones you're missing, and it's like one of them, one that I thought I'd done that I didn't was like to slap all the mailboxes in the world.
Oh yeah.
But
So
you know,
pay attention.
you can't necessarily go back to certain areas, like you know.
Right.
But
Cool.
it's just,
I mean,
it's,
I've heard it's
it's
a
a lot
lot
of
of
fun.
like laugh out loud comedy, like actual funny stuff.
yeah. So there are a few moments where I was just like, it's tickled me. So I think that's why I enjoyed it.
Is it very British humor, like, or is it just general humor?
Some of it's very British, but some of it's just very general as well.
so
you
like, if it's mature, is it a lot of potty humor, or
I don't really know why it's mature because there was a little bit of potty humor in it, but not like wasn't like South Park, if you know what I mean.
right?
It says blood, crude humor, strong language, suggestive themes, and violence.
Yeah,
Yeah.
I mean,
a bit of
Sure.
everything really, but
the only thing that's suggestive is the guy putting the sausage through the.
That's very suggestive. It is.
It is suggesting
That's the only
something.
thing.
Maybe
Yeah,
he's just
it's very-
feeding. Maybe he's just feeding the neighbor's dog.
I mean
You
some of
never
the
know.
cartoon violence, like this, I won't spoil it, but this some of it is like, yeah, it's it's quite violent, but it's like so absurd.
Okay.
I'm gonna add it to my wish list for when
Yeah.
it goes cheaper than $14. I'll probably pick it up.
There you go.
Yeah,
Cool.
but that was my game of the year.
There you go.
Cool. Yeah, that's great.
Nick, what's your number one? Is it that one you always play?
Fallout
Yeah,
4.
that got a PS5 update.
Ooh.
Did it? What
Which
were you
one?
talking about?
Yeah. Fallout 4.
Oh, okay. Fallout 4.
Okay.
Yeah, that's what
Cool.
I thought.
Yeah. No surprises here.
Yeah, that's
Nope.
great. Is the
Hey.
update pretty good? Does it run smooth? It look good? All that stuff.
Yeah, I mean, I didn't really notice a lot in the looks department, but what I did notice is the load times between, the loading screens are like a lot shorter now.
Yeah, and
It's like
probably
before-
60 frames a second.
You know,
Yeah,
you know what's
and-
funny? Like just on this unloading things, because I am playing Starfield right now. Holy fuck! Like they weren't lying that there's a lot of fucking loading screens in that goddamn game. Like I feel like you cannot do anything. Like Fallout, I feel like Fallout 4 wasn't that bad at this point. Actually, I mean, there's a lot in Fallout 4, but in comparison, I'm like, shit. Take me back to Fallout 4 because like. I feel like I'm loading to go to the bathroom. Like it's fucking wild. It's just holy shit. Anyway, sorry. Continue. I'm praising Fallout 4 is what I'm saying.
Is this your
Nick?
game of the year since 2015? Nick?
Yeah,
Yeah,
man,
right,
Every
right?
year,
Every
baby.
year.
I mean, it's
I mean, it's
Um,
new. He played it. He started it this year. This version.
Yeah. Yeah, the PS5
Yeah.
version came out this year.
So
That's
so
kind
did
of
your
current.
PS4 save carry forward? Were
Yeah,
you able to upload that
um,
and all?
Yeah, that I don't remember how I did it, but I mean, it was a fairly painless process, but
Most of the time they have you like
um,
upload your PS4 save from the game and then like load the PS5 version and blah blah blah.
Aaron's gonna get sexy for us on the
yeah,
couch.
Ooh,
Mhm.
Aaron.
There we go. Much
yeah,
better.
didn't have any
cozy.
trouble doing that,
Uh,
like
So where?
transferring. So it's like,
So where are you in this game? Have you beaten the main story yet?
no, I still haven't beaten it.
Still haven't beaten it. You just how many
No.
hours have you
How
then put
many
into?
hundreds of hours do you think you are in this game?
Probably. Actually,
Several
Like
hundred hours. And you
thousands.
haven't even
And you
Probably.
still
beaten the
just
main
you
story.
I
haven't-
mean,
you have you
I did
do you
finish one of the DLCs earlier.
do you know the
this
ending at
year.
all? If I were to spoil it, or would it be a spoiler if I told you?
I mean, I've probably
Do you know what happens in the end?
maybe I don't,
Okay, that won't spoil it.
because
for
I
you.
think it depends on which faction you decide to.
No,
align
but
yourself with.
like who you?
Oh,
No, but what? Yes, there is that all the very very end. But like what the end game is? Do you know what the end game is of Fallout 4? Like because it happens quite a it's a long quest line of stories and stuff and quests and
maybe I
Oh,
don't.
after you beat the game?
no. Anyway, when you find the Institute, do you know
Sorry.
what the Institute? Have you been to the Institute yet?
Yeah, I found my son. He's
Okay,
older than me.
then you know. All right, never mind then. You're almost
Yeah.
at the end then. You just have to instigate the final. Okay.
Yeah, it's like I have to choose a side, and it's like I don't want to do that now. I'll just run around and do other stuff.
I always love it when I play because like I'm this like hot chick and I walk like I'm naked with giant tits and so like when I go down and meet my son for the first time, he's like just the idea that like I'm here like this like hooker basically strip prostitute sex worker and he's like all trying to be it's visually it's funny to me.
That'll do it.
Nick, are you trying to find the hours? Hundreds.
I am, but it's
Yeah,
taking
it's
too
funny because it'll reset like, oh, you've played 3 hours of the PS5 version, but
yeah, it's
you've
probably
played
like
400
Oh,
hours
yeah.
of the PS4 version.
right. It won't
forgot
it won't
about
carry
that.
that
Yeah,
over.
like No Man's Sky, my save file says like 120, 130 hours, but my PS5 edition says like 60 hours.
Still a lot, Jared.
Yeah, still
Yeah.
a lot.
Mm-hmm.
All that time in the bucket too. Whew.
Yeah. Oh, yeah.
Right.
Yeah. No Man's Sky in the bucket. Yeah. You get that
Speaking of
line on
which,
my
have you ever-
forehead. You get the line on your forehead.
Anyway,
Nick, have you ever played Fallout 4 VR?
no.
Oh, if Fallout was in VR, I might actually try it.
I thought it was in VR, but
No,
maybe I'm
I
wrong.
don't think
Not
so.
Fallout.
I don't think Fallout is. Skyrim is. All right, Aaron. What's your number one?
All right, my number one. This one was pretty easy, actually, for the main decision. It was God of War Ragnarok. Oh my
Yeah.
god, that game is the perfect ending to that anthology. I mean, I know it's Valhalla, but that's more like a gauntlet fighter thing going on.
Oh,
there,
did you
but-
play Valhalla?
No, but I heard nothing but
It's
a
so
gauntlet style.
fun.
okay.
I loved it. Yeah, just play
Okay.
Valhalla. It's so
Okay.
good.
I know. It looks
Like
really
he
solid.
doesn't have enough things to play right now, Jared. Like just
Yeah, dude.
simmer
No,
down.
no. It's,
I know, I know.
God of War is
Aaron,
really
I
good.
didn't
Get
play it.
Ragnarok.
I
Yeah,
didn't
it's
play
so
it.
good.
Don't feel the pressure.
Oh, I love
I know I don't, but no,
Awesome.
I enjoyed Ragnarok at the end.
Dude, more lore.
I know, but no, I enjoyed Ragnarok. It was probably one of the best endings to an anthology in a very, very long time.
It's a really, really good game.
It brought tears to my eyes at the end of how good it was. I mean,
Mhm.
it's kind of surreal in a sense, but the game was great. The final battle with Odin was awesome. Even like the mini bosses like Thor and your other people, you had to fight. Even I think you had to fight Frey at one point, which was awesome too. But it was just such a good game. The controls were tight. The stories just it held up for a sequel. Usually some sequels kind of just go fall off, but that one did not. I thought it was great.
Dave really
was
liked
just-
that game, I remember.
Oh, sorry, Dave.
Yeah, nah.
No, I enjoyed that game. It was like the best story I've ever played in 2024. I mean, Metaphor is great right now, but I haven't beat that, so I don't have a dog in a fight on that one versus Ragnarok, where everything happens in that game. It's just like, what? And then you're kind of find yourself crying at the end because it's such a tear-jerking end,
Yeah, it
and
is.
you're just like, oh fuck. I need a drink, not because it's a disturbing ending or anything. It's just so
Maybe
sad.
pour
You're
your
like,
drink out.
mm-hmm, very much so. Like
Yeah.
I haven't cried at an ending of a game in a very long time, but that was the one that did it for me.
Cool.
Yeah, awesome. Yeah, good. I'm glad you did finish the game. Yes.
I even had a bit of a clap at the end too. That's how good the ending was by myself. I was like,
Oh,
to look like a crazy person, but
yeah.
I had to look around to make sure I didn't look crazy because I was the only one in the room. But yeah, that's the number one for me.
Cool.
Ragnarok.
So my number one then is Stellar Blade. Very much
Oh.
very much a surprise ultimately for me because when I played the demo back, I talk about this in the review I did, but I just wasn't like it did really feel like a Souls-like game. And I'm glad that I picked it up and pushed through it because it was really just a sequel to Nier Automata in pretty much every way. Like the quest structure, basically what the game is about and how, like, it's just very goofy Japanese stuff. But I think the character, I mean, she looks hot. That's always I mean, both my characters. A Dragon Age character was hot.
Always a perk.
Always my
Well,
favorite things. Both my characters
Sometimes
were
it's nice.
Always makes him perky.
always perky. But plays really well. I mean, I'm actually playing through it again right now. So
Going for the
Nice.
plat?
no, I don't know. I'm definitely gonna go
think
for
just for the
another.
fun.
I'm definitely
Okay.
gonna go. There's 3 endings. I definitely want to see one of the other ones, but I don't know if I'll play through it 3 times. But no, I just really ended up liking it way more than I thought I would, and yeah.
Well,
it was a bigger
switched
surprise.
up a lot from the demo.
Yeah.
Like it
It just becomes a different game.
completely changed up to like
Yeah, it became like that demo is pretty
Something
much
else.
go
Yeah.
to a campfire, save, kill things, save, and then it opens. You go to this hub world where it's like a big open world hub world, and you're doing quests that are
and you're playing near.
you're basically doing this other stuff, and then you have,
Mm-hmm.
and then I got the Nier DLC, so I'm pretty much look like 2B the entire time, and I don't know, what's the head, Dave? I forget his name.
Oh yeah.
Emil. So I got the
Emil.
head. So like one of the dudes
Yeah.
that is a character that's with me all the time. He's Emil all the time. So it's kind of funny. So every time in a cutscene, it's him as Emil. So it's funny. I find it funny. I don't know. It's just
Yeah.
and then I loved collecting all the shit, like all the costumes. I didn't realize how fucking that was fun that was gonna be.
And they keep adding costumes.
yeah,
lots.
they added Christmas costumes and stuff.
Yeah,
Um,
all sexy costumes. Yeah.
No, just the music's great, the combat's great, it looks great.
I loved the demo. It
I
was
just-
a lot of fun to play.
I just
yeah.
had a lot of fun with it. I just,
and going up and down ladders, man.
dude, you have no idea.
I
You know
can
you know what
imagine.
is cool? So like in the game when it's just the standard game, you can look at her in all manner of ways and nothing happens. But in the 2B DLC, if you're dressed up as 2B and you look up her skirt, she will do what she did. She'll kick you and stuff. She'll punch you and
Yeah.
knock you back. And,
Didn't she do that in Nier or something like that? Or
Yeah.
there's a
Mhm.
trophy or something.
But it's
remember
it's just
that,
kind of
yeah.
fun. It's
Funny.
just kind of funny.
Yeah.
But no, I just ended up liking the game. I just for some reason it was just a big surprise. Like I kind of knew I
Yeah,
thought that I was gonna like
unexpected.
Dragon Age, but I mean they were both surprises because I had never beaten a Dragon Age. Anyway, both the games are very near the top. And Stellar Base just it does a
Near
lot of
the top.
inventive things, a lot of kind of
near
a lot
the top.
near the top.
Yeah.
It has a lot of platforming
Gotcha.
stuff that I think I wouldn't normally like, but I did like it in this game. It's a lot of inventive levels. Anyway, cool stuff.
Platforming stuff.
Yeah,
Is-
there's a
is
lot
that-
of Tomb Raidery, crawly, Uncharted,
Oh,
and then
okay.
jumping. There's a lot of that. Like it's
So like it's a lot of exploration.
well, yeah, oh yeah.
Oh, okay,
It's
cool.
it's like not. It's like anyway, and then you start jumping around, like because you can certain quests take you back to levels and stuff, and anyway.
Okay, cool.
It's
Yeah.
way more of a game than I thought it was going to be. I thought that demo was pretty much representative of what the game was, and that is not the case.
Yeah, I've been waiting for it to go on sale. I do want to buy it someday, but it hasn't gone below like $65 pretty much.
No, it's 50 right now, I believe,
Is it?
$49.99. But anyway,
Still.
it's high.
Yeah.
That's what I bought it for. It went on sale.
Yeah.
So I said, "Fuck it, I'm gonna play it." So anyway,
It's
that's
okay.
my number one. And
Cheers.
Choice.
Cheers, everybody.
We made it through 5 games each. Whoa.
Yeah.
And if we do the math, Helldivers is our game of the year because it got 3 votes.
absolutely.
Yep.
And
Yeah.
then
Cheers to Helldivers.
And then Final Fantasy.
Game of couch co-op.
Yeah.
Final Fantasy is the
Fantasy.
runner-up. What, 7?
Has
Yes,
the
it
most
is.
games
Yeah,
in the
that's
top
right.
5.
Well, no, but
Well,
both
yeah,
Aaron
there's
and
the same
Jared.
amount,
Yeah.
But
no,
Aaron and
there's the
Jared
same
both
amount.
voted for 7 Rebirth. So
Yes.
But there's also the other game you and Dave both.
oh,
voted
Space
for.
Marine. Oh, I
Space
guess.
Marine.
Oh, you're right. So
Yeah.
they're tied. So we have a Space
Yeah.
Marine
Yep.
Space
Right.
Marine
Two-way.
and Final Fantasy
see.
VII Rebirth.
tied for
Good
runner-up.
reason.
You are right,
Not
Jared.
Afterbirth, but Rebirth.
Oh boy, Jesus. But yeah, congrats, Helldivers. You get the couch co-op game of the year. A very just a
Prestigious reward.
award. Yeah.
You'll never know about it, but hey.
Anyone have any honorable mentions?
I wanted to point out that it did play Starfield and Bayonetta 3 this year.
Okay. Would they have made
Nice.
your would they made your top 10?
No.
No.
No. So I find it unfair for Starfield because I was trying to get through it real fast. My biggest critique of that is that even when I was really working at it, my skill tree was taking forever to upgrade. Oh my god, that was like the worst. It took forever. Like
I hate when that happens in a game.
there was no.
Well, not only that, but the fucking skill tree is you have to unlock you have to do these challenges.
Yeah.
And it's just
The
like
skill
oh,
tree is purely just trash in that game. I hated it so much.
it's so obnoxious.
But I could have had a lot more fun if I didn't have to worry about some of the things in the skill tree. Because there's I don't know, I felt like there were things in there that would have made the game a lot more fun had it been unlocked.
Well,
but it
here's
was on,
the
like,
thing.
tier
I
3,
actually think
like,
Dave
tier
would love
4.
this game. I
It's a
think
good game.
I think no, but I think the whole like where No Man's Sky fails like with the narrative direction,
Yeah.
Starfield has that. So it is getting
Yeah, I
your
like the
ship,
narrative.
go off, fly, land, shoot, kill things. You know, it does that. It's just like then there's just like some questionable shit. Like the amount of loading screens is ridiculous.
Oh, it sucks. I hate the menus in the game. The menus are so bad.
I don't really hate the
Everything-
menus. The menus I don't
It's
have
so
an
bad.
issue with.
Well, you go to like the map and you like hit what B to go back. And you're
Oh,
like,
there is that.
back. Oh, I'm finally back in the game.
Or
Shit.
like to get to
That's
your
ridiculous.
what's crazy is
It sucks.
to get to your mission list, you hit start and it goes to a menu, just a random menu of all this stuff.
Yeah.
And then you can either toggle off to the left and show the area and then or just hold the option button and it'll load it. It's like there's like so many. So I have started modding it to where like I'm fixing some of that stuff. But yeah, man, I think the only real thing that's killing me right now is the load screens. It's just like there's so many. And because I'm trying to run it at the highest settings possible, it takes a little while sometimes.
Oh yeah.
Yeah, I'd like to think that between the Game Pass PC Game Pass subscription that I have and the Ultimate subscription that I have banked in an email that I have that I would like to spend a little more time with Starfield. I think it's been patched several times. There's actually like a new add-on, but I think you have to pay for it.
Yes, there's an
But there's
expansion,
probably
but I hear
some
it's not very good.
advancements.
I hear it's not very good.
Yeah, but the good thing about expansions is there's improvements. So like maybe I should jump back in and see what it's like. Maybe do some of the side quests because I didn't do a lot of the side content.
Right.
Yeah, so there's that. But that's probably enough about Starfield. But Bayonetta 3 is kind of a just whatever.
I lost interest in
It's
it.
a game.
It's a game I
Yeah,
wanted to
I
like, and
borrowed
then
it
I
from
lost.
Ian.
I lost interest.
So it's funny because Ian, I think you bought it at full price on launch, pretty much, and you played it for like 15 minutes.
No, I
or
played
less.
more than that.
Yeah, okay. He played it for a very short amount of time,
I
and
did,
like a
very
year
short,
and a half later, I borrowed it or something. I don't know. It was pretty.
It's the reason
drastic.
I bought a Switch.
Yeah, it is. And he
Just
still
like
hasn't
15
finished
minutes
it.
of Bayonetta.
If it wasn't for Animal,
Yeah,
if it
'cause
wasn't
Bayonetta 2
for
is really
Bryn,
good.
if it wasn't for
Yeah.
Bryn and Animal Crossing, the Switch
Would've been
literally
100%
is just the
loss,
worst
waste.
fucking choice of my fucking video game career.
Bayonetta. The worst thing that could have happened to Bayonetta is being a Switch exclusive.
Oh yeah,
100%.
The
Another
Yeah, I went
company
to-
should have saved it, and it could have been better.
Xbox, PlayStation.
well, it's a game
Anybody.
that should look better
or
than it
PC
does. and,
exclusive. Like I
yeah.
don't fucking care, but Nintendo, that Switch is still around, and I'm still waiting for Metroid Prime 2, and they haven't even announced their next system yet.
officially, even though it's rumored up the
Officially,
wazoo.
I mean they have
Why they're
announced that
hanging
there's
on.
the Switch successor is the terminology they're using.
Listen,
Oh, yeah.
guys, video games are going to hell this year. Everything's gonna blow up. No one's gonna be able to finish games because they can't afford them. It's just it's gonna be it's gonna be
What
a
is duh?
trash fire.
Oh, there's so many
Yes.
huge games coming out this year. It's stupid.
So many games are gonna
And-
delayed to the 2026. You mean?
Yeah. I personally don't think Grand Theft Auto 6 is coming out this year. Sorry, y'all.
Oh God.
I'm gonna say it
jokes.
does. I'm gonna say it
I
does
don't
come
think
out.
it does.
I'm gonna say it does.
No,
But-
the only reason they released the trailer is because there was leaks, and
maybe-
they like
maybe.
had
Leaks and people
had
constantly
to
bitching.
release something.
Maybe. How about you, Dave? You have any honorable mentions?
Not off the top of my head.
Okay. Nick.
I did only because it was a surprise that I played it this year because I could have swore it was last year. But Firewatch,
Oh yeah.
when I
I
was
like
looking through-
Firewatch.
when I was looking through like my gameplay hours for the year, I saw that pop up. I'm like, that was this year? I thought that was
Yeah.
last year. But
It was a long year.
I
Mhm.
liked how you could select your dialogue responses. It was pretty easy to use. I don't remember exactly how it worked because it's been many years, but I remember that being pretty intuitive, like how to have the conversations with whoever's talking to you over the radio, like the options you got, and the dialogue choices were pretty differentiating from like the if you redid it, it would be pretty drastically different. Like I like the dialogue choices.
Yeah.
That was pretty interesting how they did that.
How about you, Aaron? Anything?
I have a couple. Let's see. Obviously, Dead Space remake is in my little honorable mention. I mean,
Oh, just beat it, dude. Just play only that. It's so good. Just finish it. You'll absolutely not regret it. Just do it.
Jared will blow you if you finish it.
oh God. I just like the
Is
fact
that
what they
a
did with that game
Reason
is
to
they did
finish
it,
it or not.
which will get
Something's getting
finished. I
finished.
don't know. No, that game is just. I felt like that game was so good. They did a really good job because most remakes they kind of just report it and just give it a little fresh coat of paint and done. They did a really good job at doing that game up right. It took
Oh, I
them
love-
forever, but they did it.
Yeah, I finished it, and I loved every second of it. It was so good. Yeah.
I know
100%.
I know. I couldn't tell because the whole play it again, Aaron. Play it.
Yeah,
just play it.
dude. I just
Couldn't tell.
if they ever do Dead Space 2, I will absolutely play the hell out of that.
What's your other game?
I like Dead Space
Oh.
2 way more than the first one, but the first one's so amazing.
I know. I do. I enjoy it. But my other one, I don't want to say any more. I'm not going
Bluey.
to say anything else about it. No, Mass
Yeah.
Effect.
That's such a bad game, Bluey is.
No, I'm not going to say that game.
It's
Mass
on
Effect.
Game Pass.
Oh, Mass Effect,
Mass Effect
Legendary.
Edition.
Oh yeah,
Oh, okay. How many of those did you
No.
beat?
you beat them all.
I beat all 3 of them.
You went through them too.
I
Hey,
literally-
good. Okay.
I wish
I
you'd
played
gone
that-
through them earlier, so you could have been on the episodes with
I
Dave and I.
know.
Yeah.
That would have been fun.
I know. I just
Well,
that game.
now you just need to do a Mass Effect Andromeda version.
Hey, I'm
Yeah, that's
game.
game. I
I'm
like
game, but I did
I've
too.
thought about it.
I know.
It's always cheap. It's
I've thought
like
about
getting
it.
cheaper too. It's like $4.99 now. It's like fucking getting super cheap
Aaron,
on PSN.
if you haven't played it, you should.
He's played it.
It's a Mass
I-
Effect game.
Don't you have it?
I bought it. Yeah, I bought it for my birthday present to myself. Actually, when I lived out in Barber,
Yeah. Okay.
and I just had to re-download it to my PS5 because it's in
Cool.
my cloud. So it's like, yeah, I enjoyed that game. That game, the trilogy that, like I said, I've played that game so many times. I didn't want to put it on my list just because I've played so many fucking
Yeah,
times.
I don't even know how many times
It's
I've
probably
played
been
Mass
on our
Effect 2.
list.
Yeah.
Yes,
probably.
it has. Yes, it has.
Uh,
But that's the honorable mention. And then there was, God, my
You really want to put
nephews-
Bluey on there? I get it. It's fine.
No, I was actually gonna put Fortnite on there.
Oh,
Actually,
you
I-
started playing Fortnite?
Well, my
What?
nephew, one night my nephew came over to stay.
And all that Minecraft you were playing.
He watches people play it.
All that Minecraft you were playing last year too.
Yeah, yeah.
Let's not forget about that.
That was not me. Whatever. No. My nephew was playing it. He was gonna play with his brother. His brother's being a dick, so I was like, all right, fine, I'll play with him. And I didn't know this, but apparently all the old skins that we got from when we played the first time around,
Yeah.
apparently all the kids would go ape shit for that stuff because he was like, "What? You
Because they
have
take
that?
them out. They
You
take
have
them
that?"
out of. They take them out of circulation, and then they become rare. There's some that have
Oh,
not shown
funny.
up in a very long time. That
Yeah, he was
they're
kind-
like, holy fuck, you have this? Yeah.
Yeah, that's exactly what happened. I put my old thing. I was like, "Do you have that? No way." I'm like, "Is that a big thing?" He's like, "Yeah." I mean,
Then did they call you an antique,
Yeah. Right.
or did they call the outfit an
They
antique?
say, okay, boomer."
outfit. No.
Okay, Grandpa.
You know, we make fun like like Ubisoft saying that like they're the first quadruple A game or whatever, but I think Fortnite is legitimately a quadruple A game.
Oh, I couldn't imagine how much money it takes to run that game.
But it's not
Oh
just
my
a
God,
game.
even
It's
updated.
like
Billions.
it's like a bazillion games encased in a
It is.
game install.
Yeah.
There's like
100%.
so much shit. This is like, I mean, I actually bought the original game. I have the original Fortnite game that is not a multiplayer game. It's like a single
I've never
player.
played that version of it.
It's
yeah.
so
Neither
kind
have
of.
I.
The-
It's so
the-
basic and weird and not that exciting. It's like a tower defense game, basically.
uh-huh.
Anyway,
Defend your
your little
territory.
thing, yeah.
Yeah,
Anyway.
there's so much going on in that game. I remember the first two. I remember the original and then the multiplayer. Now there's like subsets of the multiplayer. I'm like,
Oh yeah. And then
overwhelmed.
there's creator content. Then you have the Rocket
Mhm.
League game and the
I still
the
haven't
Rock
tried
Band
that.
game
Or
and
the
the
music
Lego
one, yeah.
the Lego game.
The
There's, like,
Lego one's okay.
So
Should-
there's a Rocket League. I guess you can get the cars from Rocket League downloaded into Fortnite.
yeah,
too?
so
I
like
did not know that.
your because they own Rocket League now, so your cars that you get
Mhm.
will show up in as the racing cars in the racing game
Yeah.
inside that. Yeah.
That's
Yeah,
awesome.
you
And
can
then
also-
then the Rock Band clone, or actually it is Rock Band because it's from
It is
the
Rock
s-
Band,
It is Rock
yeah.
Band. Supports guitars now, or certain ones anyway. So,
Uh-huh.
Hey,
so you can go in and do diddly diddly diddly. Anyway,
I gotta try that out with a controller someday. I have it on my system. I just never touch it.
all
That-
right.
that-
So my honorable mentions. I'm surprised Jared didn't mention this one, but Destiny 2: The Final Shape. This
Yes,
was
that was
the-
what I replaced Helldivers
Oh,
with.
was it? Okay.
Yeah.
I ultimately decided that because, I wish
an
they had just
expansion.
ended the game at the final shape, and now it's in this like limp life support mode,
It is
and
a weird,
not a good
You
place.
can hear the heart monitor just kind
Beep.
of going.
Right back.
and the game has been around for a
The-
very long time, and I think it's just time to end it. But I did like the final shape. I like it did bring me
It
back
was
into
amazing.
the. It brought it brought me back
That
to the
map
game.
was so good. There
Put
was
a
so
lot
much
of-
stuff to do.
Put a lot of time into it. Had a lot of fun. Got back into multiplayer. Played a fuck ton of multiplayer. I just had a lot of fun with that game. Jared and I played. I
100%,
played with
yeah.
Jeremy.
Even my brother, yeah.
And then another game that kind of finally released, but not in its multiplayer form. I played about 9-10 hours of Wayfinder. I really like that game. I want to get back to it, but I'm always doing other things. So at least I feel good. I put like 9 hours into it, so that's like a good campaign size.
Yeah,
So I
it
don't
is.
feel bad. It's a good game. It's just an interesting story behind that one. I only got about 3 or 4 hours into Pacific Drive. I really like Pacific Drive, but it's another
I just
game.
got it for Christmas.
It's another thing like Dave. It's a lot of system stuff. You really have to gear your
I'm
head.
ready.
You have to gear your head around to wanting to do it, because it's like you literally have to like get in the car, turn the key, put it into gear, drive. If it's dark, you have to turn the headlights on. If it's raining, and everything gets damaged. And when shit gets damaged, then you got to fix it. So it's just a lot of it's
Sounds like a lot of tedious stuff.
It's a survival crafting game. So, you're getting resources to make your base and your car better to get further. You're basically trying to get to this point at the end of the game, but you need to get your car better and build your base. And, it's like Fallout, Nick. It just has a purpose. And your car's haunted, so it has kind of opinions and it'll do shit. And there's nothing really in the world that kills you. I mean, shit is just always happening, but there's no like enemies that come at you. It's just like you're in this world and shit's happening, and you just need to kind of like stay out of its way, because nothing ever attacks you. But it's like if an earthquake happens, you're kind of fucked. You're just in an earthquake. So it's very interesting in that way. You do get out of the car. Anyway, it's a cool game. I really wish I had finished it. I just didn't ever got around to putting enough time into it, because there's always something else. And then the only game that made my list that wasn't from this year, I mean, I guess technically Destiny, but the Final Shape came out this year, or 2024. The Expanse, the Telltale thing. I really enjoyed this.
Yeah, I want to play that.
It's like a prequel to the series. Had a lot of fun with it. Really enjoyed it. Yeah, so those are my honorable mentions.
Well, I also, I only played it the one time with you guys, but X Defiant, did that land on any?
It landed on shutting down and not coming back.
Unfortunately.
It's too
But
bad because it is a fun game. But yeah, that one didn't make it, Nick. It didn't.
No, I guess my question more was like, did anyone play it like after that night?
Oh, I've played it a little bit. I had played it a little bit before that, but yeah, I think that one night that we kind of were just playing a bunch of stuff, that was the only time we had played X Defiant together, and then I don't think we ever did it again.
No, we didn't.
Jared was pretty good at it.
I remember, you said that you should just keep playing this. I'm like, nah, I'm good.
All right. Well, there you go, everybody. That is our top 5 games of 2024, whether they're games of the year or favorite games played. It's a smattering of choices, and then our game of the year was Helldivers 2, which is a great
They're
game.
all games worth trying if
Yes.
you're looking for stuff to play. Yeah,
There you go.
try it.
All right. Well, it's like I said, this is going to be a long ass episode, and it was. So I guess we'll get out of here. Call it a night.
Yeah, why not?
Okay.
You guys looking forward to? Is there any video games you guys are actually looking forward to in the new year, or do you guys not care anymore? Is everyone just ready to tap out? We're done. No more video games.
Monster Hunter, February, dude.
Oh, Monster Hunter is coming.
Like, I gotta wrap a whole bunch of games up in the next month and a half because I really want to play Monster Hunter. I feel that I will probably be playing it alone
No, I'll
with
get
my
Monster
AI
Hunter.
compatriots.
I'll get Monster Hunter. What
Oh,
are you
are
talking
you
about?
going to?
Yeah.
You showed a little bit of disinterest a couple
didn't-
months back.
I didn't. Well, I didn't play the beta because I didn't want to waste the time in it, knowing that I was
get
going to
that.
play it. I'm 100% going to play it.
Oh,
Yes,
okay,
I'm
good.
100%
Okay.
getting it, Jared. No,
Yeah,
I'm getting on that launch.
that's one of so when I buy games, like there's certain games I will buy on disc, and there's certain games I won't. This is gonna be a digital, just always in my face game that I will play.
I do say
Like,
I do
will
really
be doing digital.
I do really want to play that Indiana Jones game now. After everyone's just been fucking glowing up about it. So,
Yeah,
like,
I plan on playing that.
before where everyone was saying where it was like everyone was afraid that it was gonna suck and all this stuff, and now with everyone's like kind of reviews of it, and it's like kind of this other beast.
It's amazing.
Yeah, but it's like not like you're like, you know, like the Wolfenstein games are like just straight up shooters. This is like not that kind of game. It's like a totally different type of game, but it's in first. I'm just very curious to see what it is and what it's like, and so
Is it going to be like
I-
Fate of Atlantis or?
It's first person.
it's first person.
Well, I mean, maybe you could do Fate of Atlantis in first
From
person.
Machine Games that made Wolfenstein: The New Order.
But it's also not like just a straight up shooter, so it's like a lot of puzzles and a lot of kind of figuring stuff out and stealth and I don't know.
A lot of whipping of things.
There's a lot of whipping of things.
Yeah, you can whip the guns out of people's hands. You can whip them and drag them close to you so you can beat the shit out of them. It's like they don't want you to get in gunfights. They give you very limited ammo. It's like sneaking around. Like Indiana Jones, it's never been about like, oh hey, there's Nazis in this room. I'm going to shoot them all. You know, that's not Indiana Jones. He tries to dodge shit. He gets in dumb accidental fights and stuff like that. Like, you know, and they stuck to it. It sounds like Machine Games really knocked it out of the park, and I'm really excited to try it out. But it's funny because I want to try it on my PC because the minimum requirements are like a RTX, like ray tracing, big old heavy duty card. And I'm curious, like how low the settings can go to run on my PC at 1080p.
Just so you just want to like torture yourself is what you're saying.
Yeah,
So,
an
like,
experiment. Will this run at least 30 frames a second?
Yeah. Sounds fun.
Yeah.
And nobody's talked about it running on the Xbox Series S. That's what I have, and I have, as I mentioned earlier, I have a Ultimate subscription just waiting in my inbox. I just need to push the code through. I will play it on that, but no, like the last time I heard anybody complain about the Series S is Wukong. Like they haven't released it on Xbox because the Series S.
Well, Baldur's
memory
Gate.
requirements, yeah.
Baldur's Gate got that same shit. You
Yeah.
know?
Yeah,
Baldur's Gate's the
there's
first
that,
game
but
that-
Indiana Jones
yeah.
didn't get any of that scrutiny.
But you know we're cool because like even though it's an Xbox game, it's coming out to PlayStation on February, so we're good.
Yeah, that's awesome. It sounds like most of the big titles are coming out, which I'm relieved because like Doom.
Oh, yeah, Dark
I'm
Ages.
super excited.
That's
about
like the first
the
Doom
Dark
I'm
Ages,
excited
yeah.
for, just because it's fucking weird dragon
Fuck
hell
yeah.
shit.
Yeah, just switch it up a bit. Yeah, hell yeah,
That'd be
that's
yeah,
awesome.
That's gonna be great.
Yeah,
I'm
late
excited
a
for
dragon.
Death Stranding.
What?
Oh, Death Stranding, yeah.
Death Stranding too.
Borderlands
Yeah,
Yeah, the
4
beach
could
where it's called.
absolutely
Yeah.
be fun.
The what?
but
There was also.
Borderlands 4.
I don't know
Oh, yeah,
if
that
I'm
one looks
excited.
cool.
I don't know if I'm excited for
I'm
Borderlands.
looking forward to
4.
that one
I'm
actually.
interested.
It seems a lot darker.
But
yeah.
Glad.
But yeah, looking at the trailers for Borderlands 4, the trailer rather, it seems very dark and brooding, which I think everybody whines so much about the antagonists in Borderlands 3
Oh
about
yeah.
being upbeat and like Twitch streamers pretty much, and like now they're like dark and brooding and everybody's death metal and all that shit. So like what are they gonna do? What are these antagonists gonna be like? Or are they gonna try and write a good story again, or are they just gonna go dun 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 dun?
Handsome
bring in the
Jack.
doom
I think
music
Handsome
and all
Jack
that
just has
shit?
to return, and then we just call it a day. You know? We
100%. Yeah, I'd be down with that. I don't give a shit about like Yeah, just bring him back. Bring Butt Stallion back in. You know, bring that stupid shit in. You know, it's fun.
I think I'm good with Butt Stallion. I got enough Butt Stallion in Wonderlands. You know, we're good.
Yeah, I did finish Wonderlands this year. That did not make my top 10.
I thought this game. I'm surprised you didn't like it. I like it better than 3.
Well, I didn't get to play with anybody, so it's like that's most of the fun in Borderlands is playing with other people, and I didn't get to.
You
so
could have played
it's
with
like,
Matt.
I was playing at a different time, and he plays like super early. By the time I get on, he's been in bed for 2 hours. You know, it doesn't work.
All right. Let's wrap this up. Well, I hope you guys enjoyed the show. You guys can find our podcast on all the platforms because that's what we do. Also,
I enjoyed the show, Ian.
Yes,
I did.
Thank you. You can also find us on youtube.com/MilkmanPictures, where this video is housed, and you can watch our beautiful faces talk about video games. We appreciate you all, and in the new year, we'll keep going strong. We're going to get close to 500 episodes this year at the end.
Nice.
Oh man.
Yeah.
I want to thank Jared, Dave, Nick, and Aaron for joining me here on the couch. Thank you, gentlemen.
Always.
Yeah.
Good to see you all.
Yeah. It's been a while since we've all been together. I'm Ian for Couch Co-op, reminding you to please be excellent to each other.
Wild stallions.
Wild butt stallions.
What?
Couch Co-op is full of douchebags. Couch Co-op.